Was good, yeah. It is again time to talk about events, and this time we have the Festival of Illuminance. And let me move myself over here real quick so I'm not in the way of what is going to happen. So, Festival of Luminance is basically Chinese New Year being celebrated for us in the western parts of the world, and us getting a lot. And if I mean say a lot, I mean a lot of rewards. So yeah, let's go over them. So no, starting from in 4, or if we take a look at UTC -8, probably 5 days. In 5 days, we are going to get a lot of events where you can obtain lustrous sparklers, alias firecrackers or fireworks, however you want to call them, right? So we have then a shop as usual where we can buy where we can buy an avatar, skill crystals, summons, and obviously ancient summons. And then unless there's something special, order of priority is always going to be summons. So buying summons first, then buying the skill crystal, and then buying the avatar because it's something you can remember. Basically a memorabilia that you might miss if you once upon a time look through your account and are like, I could have bought this one. And at the end of the day, it's always fairly cheap. So, yeah, Wizard's Horde is pretty much again us getting simple quests we can just play, and then we just go through them and we get some rewards. In this case, it's going to be summons, gems, and again fireworks. But I think I've read it somewhere, we might get to it later, that you can even get skill crystals out of Wizard's Sword. But we'll see how that one goes. So it's also in around 4 to 5 days. And then in around 4 to 9 days, we're actually getting a shard summon. So we're getting Vladov. Vladov is the epic lord of the Chaos Dominion. And you can summon him. Honestly, compared to the excitement around Pyrus before and Elisa, he isn't that great, but at the end of the day, it's an epic lord for a pretty strong faction, and honestly, you shouldn't miss it. But it is again not going to be hard, it's going to be pretty simple, and everyone is going to be able to get him at least once, and there's no need to go for his copies because even his awakenings aren't that impactful. Then again, an Odyssey of Dreams, and interestingly enough, this time we have 4 Odyssey of Dream maps apparently, and all of those maps feature a battle. So I don't think they're going to be too difficult. I don't think there's like a need to make a tutorial about them at all. But at the end of the day, it's going to be a couple of battles, something we can play, and then we can earn some diamonds for. So 50 diamonds, so it's either 50 if you clear all, which I doubt, or 200 if you clear all 4 battles. Then Luminance sign in. Again, just 7 days sign in starting from around 12 to 13 days, depending on how they do the time zone. Again, we're going to get the currency for the shop, the vines, blue summons, gems. Obviously, there's nothing we need to do. And now the important part. Frenzy plundering. So yeah, in comparison to Christmas, we're actually getting a Gear Rate 3 reduced stamina increased drop rate event. And when we go to event notice, we get to the, let's just start with it because we're already on it. So, how this event works is pretty simple. You need to unlock N515, so you get Gear Rate 3, and then every Gear Rate is going to be reduced by 20%. So yeah, obviously it's not a 50% cut down, nor is it a 2-time rate increase, it's a 20% reduction in stamina. If the challenge fails, you get your stamina back, so there's no need to worry about any losing of stamina. All stamina-related quests will be fixed, which is also minor. And now the important part, the drop rate bonus. What it does is increase the rates of the Doom set, which is the single target set, the Fracture set, which is the one that increases crit damage, and then Infernal Roar, which is obviously, alongside of Soulborn Arcana, the strongest set in the entire game. And they are 3xing the rates. Now it's just the rates. It is not the fact that you're going to get gear dropped in the first place, because as you can see, the rarity and specific part of the gear will not be affected by the bonus. So ancients are going to be the same rarity. So it should be between 0.4 and 0.6 depending on stage 19 or 21. And as well as the extra drops aren't affected by the drop rate bonus, so everyone that has a privilege card won't get a major advantage, just a minor one, because at the end of the day you just get more gear. So yeah, you go in and you have a 3 times as much chance to actually get Doom, Fracture, and Infernal Roar. Out of those sets, Doom is interesting because Doom is pretty rare. The further you go in the gear rate, the lower the chances of you actually getting a Doom set. So some might be able to finish a Doom set. And it's especially good for new players that are using the storyline gear, the one with the fixed stats, and then can swap out the crit percent main set at the top for another Doom set piece to complete the set, as well as get good substats. And then obviously Infernal Roar is like at the tippity top when it comes to something you actually want to get. Now let's just go quickly over them just to see what we have. Here pretty simple, you just unlock the event. That's what it is. Again here unlock the event, but your account needs to be more than 4 days old. Master Summoner event, so again there's going to be starting from the 19th, so 4 to 5 days again. It's going to be an event where you can summon, and if enough people summon, then everyone's going to get rewards. So we're probably going to max it out and get some free rewards, which is quite nice. Ooh, that is a long text. What it boils down to is you log in, you get Fabled Dice as in the login rewards, and you play gear rates or campaign. So anything in the raid portal, come on, ads. Anything in the raid portal over here can yield Fabled Dice, as well as the campaign can yield Fabled Dice. And the interesting part about it is we're going to again most likely get 20 dice through login reward, as well as 30 that are droppable. So you can only get 50 dice. So if you're farming for a long time and you're not going to, getting any more dice drop, that's not because you're unlucky, that's because you've already capped out on the amount of dice you can get. Yeah. So there it is. Again, yeah, rewards, possible rewards if you land on special fields in Odyssey of Dice are going to be more event currency, legendary summoning shards, not a complete crystal, rare summoning crystals, and a couple more. Yeah. And here it is. If you participate in Wizard's Horde and the shop, you get the chance at skill crystals, mythic extract, summoning crystals, gold bonus, and all that good stuff. So yeah, honestly, something to look forward to. It was partly expected that we're going to get some type of New Year event. And yeah, hope that helped you out, give you like a broader-ish overview about what's to come. So yeah, honestly, it's big hype because at the end of the day, it's free shit, and that's exactly what we need.